Hello everyone and welcome to Petite Cup du Jour. For those of you who don't know how this works, we get 5 minutes to practice 2 different maps, then have some elimination rounds so the slowest players get eliminated. It's like Cup of the Day, but different. We got 2 maps, 2 short maps this week. Mappers are Felix and Kaioken. Felix, a fairly new mapper that does some of this weird Mackie, where are you going? Does a lot of this weird off-angled stuff like this. I really enjoy their maps. They're a bit unorthodox, but they flow really well. Probably a first-person map. Such cool mapping style. I'm honestly surprised that like a mapper as new as him has come up with something so unique that actually works well. This is going to be a challenge, I think, to find the good line, though. I imagine it's some amount of speed conservation. Probably a better loop at the end. That should help me out. Definitely first person. Good arrows, as A-Spoon says. Yep. It passes the St. Nicholas sign test. Actually sight read it, so that's quite impressive on a map like this. Probably lower there. I think I got thrown a little bit too far to the left, but I'm still up in speed. Oh, massively up in speed. Okay, yeah, I like that. What's the AT on this? It's a 19.9. I think Felix grinds his ATs also, if I remember correctly, so that's probably pretty strong. Yeah, I like the low line for that, the orange, like, back and forth section. Yeah, what occasionally Amazing Gamer says in chat. I never hear anything from Felix, and then he drops a map like this. Is that good? Am I up speed by doing that line? Yeah, I actually recovered some of my speed. So that one, it was kind of the opposite of what I said. I thought I was going too far to the left, but I just kind of really committed to being on the left that time. Not sure about the beginning what the fastest line is here, just like threw it to the left side. Good oscillation, and then hopefully... That's a weird ending. I think I need to see this in photo mode. Okay, it's one of these downhill tubes. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm in first person, but it almost feels like I'm getting a slide. Even, like, I'm not hearing a slide or anything like that, but it just feels like the car is turning in a direction I'm not expecting it to. It does look like a fairly standard loop, though. I think it's just the first person combined with the fact that there is a downhill portion of that. Everybody's setting very similar times here. I saw, like, Mew went very inside on that first loop. I think that's green speed because of where I hit the checkpoint. No, it is pretty good speed, though. That was kind of the opposite. That was doing what I said initially, not going as far to the left. Mackie naturally is the fastest. But I'm not far behind with that run. Yeah, I like that line, actually. Okay, so it kind of was what I thought originally. Okay, that speed, I think, was because of where I hit the checkpoint that time. I do like super inside there. It seems like most people are starting to do that. And this, keep it low, but don't go too far to the left too early. And give me third person just so I get a sense of what my car is doing. That's fine. What just happened there? Which I think is, I don't think I turned any different than I would have in first person, so that's probably fine. Alright, 5 minutes seemed like a good amount of warm-up time for this map. It's enough that I'm starting to understand the track, but not so much that I feel like I figured it out. It is fairly complex for a Petite Cup. Nice short map. Not quite sub 20s. I ran out a little bit wide at the end. I think that was Mew sniping. 0.907. 1,000th off the author time. Ahead of Mackie, myself, Sturbin, right behind me. Second map, and then we'll go into elimination rounds. Alternating between the two maps, which is always a challenge. I'm quite good at the Felix map, so naturally that means I'm going to be bad at the Kaioken map. That's how it usually goes in Petite Cup. I'm good at one, not the other. Is this fully symmetrical? It is. So it's actually like back and forth along the same bits of track. And then how do we finish? Not by running into the tree. Okay, so it's not fully... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not symmetrical actually because you have to land smoothly on the right side first. And then... got your choice of how to finish, I guess. Mew is doing what I would do. I think you could cross here. Be not the cleanest, but it might be more direct. We can experiment with that. Turbin says he can't see anything. I'm going to assume that's first-person issues. Sometimes it pays to use both points of view. You could go left side also like Victor did. I think right side makes sense if you're going for this finish. Which is first place on my first completed run. 24-1 the author time, so that's not particularly fast. I'm already up 5 speed, and then I threw immediately. Yes, so much of this is going to be about that first landing. Unfortunately. I don't like when so much speed is determined on one jump at the beginning. Oh, okay, that was very smooth. I'm gonna go right side. I wanted to experiment left side, but never mind. I am an idiot. That's fine. Maki ping also in the 23s. Got a decent landing. Fortunately, it's not too hard to get that good landing, but it is just, I think, a lot of variability. Maki going left side, or at least testing left side. Intangible finish ring, which is noteworthy because that means it's not, you can't death finish on it. But it also sort of changes the angles that are possible in terms of like that jump that I just tried. Not sure if that would have been faster. It looked like it was going to be 24. Kind of seems like it's maybe more direct than the standard route. That checkpoint split's going to be weird because of where I'm going the opposite direction through it. I think maybe just, you know, the standard way of doing it is just the best. Paragon also really likes these wall ride transitions like that, which I'm personally not a huge fan of, but it's fine. Not that I can't do them. I think I'm getting more consistent at the start, which is a large portion of this track. Whoa! Style points. Okay. See, if you did that, like, theoretically, it's more direct, right? Because you're not crossing back and forth over this section. But it's also really hard to do, and you probably lose speed trying to set up. I don't know. I feel like I have to know if that's actually faster or not. But I can't do the beginning, so oh well. Checkpoint splits, again, is kind of difficult because it's based on how high you are on the wall when you hit the checkpoint. Apparently I'm very fast. Uh, 23.9, which is a PB. It's not a whole lot faster than what I would have gotten the other way. We'll just have to see what people are doing in the elimination rounds, which begin now. 70 seconds, I believe. It's pretty fast. These are short maps, of course, but still the timer goes really quickly. Bottom 3 get eliminated for a while. We got 30 players in the lobby. Two very strange maps for sure. Okay, nice. Better ending than I got on my PB, but I was a little bit down before then. 20.0 is fine. Maki in the 19s. Yeah, Maki's fast at the game. Oh, that's not a good run. Plus 0.4. Let's see what happens at the next checkpoints. Feel like that line should have saved me more speed. I'm down there. I think a little bit of a wider approach is good for speed. Hopefully it doesn't kill too much time right before the finish. Something like that good? No, I'm down speed, which surprises me a little bit. I'm mostly experimenting with lines at the start, because I feel like there is some very small differences in there that could potentially net quite a lot of speed. We'll see. It's probably not the best landing. Speed is kind of a lie because I hit the checkpoint as low as I could, basically. It's not the cleanest wall red transition either. Let's do this the standard way. Ooh, 4 4s. It's a sign. Curious what other people are doing else. I guess we could look. Maki's also failing the drop down at the start. A lot of people without a time at the moment. Uh-oh. It is quite risky to go that way also. We'll say that much. I think Maki came from the right side like a normal person. Seems like most people are trying to be normal people. Maki just got a 0.6 though, which is quite fast. Just 3 DNFs. Okay, I thought it was going to be more than that. Based on how it was looking coming towards the end of the round. But almost everyone gets a finish. Ooh, this is going to be hard with players on. Up a little bit. Up, I think, because I'm really low on the checkpoint. Let's see what this says. Ooh, okay. That's nice. Alright, I think I understand this track. What's the record? It's a 0.8. It's barely a 0.8 by Maki. A lot of turning right at the beginning, I think, is good. And then a little bit of a late apex for this, like, I'm going to call it turn 2. First of the right-hand turns. I'm not surprised I was down on speed, actually. Maki doesn't set up on the right side like I do. Oh, that felt kind of bad. It sounded kind of bad, at least. Maki very high, also. Wow, so we do completely different lines and are getting fairly similar results. That was bad. The further you go to the left, coming out of the half-pipe section before the final loop, you can get a sort of bad landing there, if you want to call it that much. A bad transition that does cause you to lose a little bit of speed, but it is also more direct, so it saves some time theoretically going towards the finish. Not sure which is faster. That sounded bad. That felt a lot better. Plenty of time to resetting to 2 runs, but definitely the 70-second round timer Makes it not feel that way sometimes. It's kind of naturally going to the right, so we'll do it the normal way here. You have to get around that tree branch. There's a 0.8 though, so pretty good time. Sturban's actually the one with the record. The one who said he couldn't see anything was the record of a 0.6. No, Mackie said a 0.6 in the last round also. It oversteered a tiny bit. Smooth transition to the wall right though. Oh, is that it? Is that it? Am I fast or what? Going the wrong way, so I guess we'll not know. 0.8 though, 832, that was personal best again. I almost felt like I got a speed clip there, which is rare, but it does happen. I think I felt like I gained speed by getting that clip. Not sure I'm going to be going for that route normally though. I like the new beginning I have on this. We'll see what the speed says at the next checkpoint. It says it's not great. At this point I'm so close to finishing the run though. And still a low 20 is fine. Well, maybe not actually, because everyone is so good on this track. That Mackie is very far to the left there. Okay, it actually does do more of a similar line to me than I thought. And yeah, you can see it in the checkpoint splits. The speed versus time difference based on a left or right side entrance to the final loop. There is actually time for 3 runs on this map, not if I'm going way out wide like that. But there is just enough time to get 3 runs on this map, so keep that in mind. It makes it far less worth it to reset early. This feels good. I'm not going to be able to finish the run. Yeah, that felt good though. 0.917 here. I think that's just about what we've been seeing normally on this map. So that was Raccoon 6 and Ronan eliminated. Is that the final? No, there's one more round of 3 eliminations. And we'll drop two eliminations. Okay, that one was not a speed clip. That was a slow clip. It's kind of in my brain to like go to the left now, so I have to like reprogram my mind to go back over to the right. Hope I have enough time. I don't, so I guess that the shaky run better hold. Would have reset earlier if I had known. I thought I had time to get the finish and the reset off, but clearly I did not. Seems like I'm gonna be fine though. I'm shocked that's holding in 8th place. Did the same ending anyway. Just need to reprogram my brain for the ending. Disturbing with that 0.4, just barely, but still, that is a fast time. He's saying time warp, but I can't imagine how that's a time warp. Minus 0.8 is unfortunate. You do get 3 runs there, remember that. That still felt very good. Yeah, 0.9 even with bad speed splits all the way through. This is kind of one of those tracks where like if you take super tight lines around the whole track, the speed actually like doesn't quite catch up with you. It's very close. You can go for more speed or for like faster times, more direct lines. And it's kind of just the same. It's a 20.2, similar thing. Let me try to do one run focusing a little bit more on speed. Oh, that was kind of a garbage start there, wasn't it? Yeah. Let's go out wide here. That was not wide enough. Yeah, another 0.0. So very consistent, apparently, no matter what I do. It's kind of weird because I feel like I'm not getting good runs, but then I'm not even a 10th off of the record. So, not sure. Occasionally Amazing Gamer, Icarus, Eclipse eliminated. No, just kidding. I'm not sure where we were. There's a round of 2 eliminations that I missed. So that was Icarus and Eclipse eliminated. Oh, that was... I'm just gonna reset. I don't have time for 2 runs though. That's sad. I guess that means I just go aggressive on this start until I get a good beginning. Okay, that seems good. Actually turn to the left so I don't crash. And solid. At least it's a respectable time. It's not the best thing. Yeah, I called it at the beginning, right? I'm only good at 1 track ever in PCDJ, so... Ooh, Sturban DNF. Sturban had the record. What happened? Oh, he can't see. Yeah, I forgot about that. So that's Sturban and Acepoon eliminated. Nice finish, Acepoon. Top 10. A little bit far to the left, but otherwise this feels good. I taps the wall. Yeah, 0.91 on a pretty trash ending. Just kind of goes to prove my point that I haven't been getting perfect runs, even though they've looked good on the leaderboard. Again, just going for 3 completed runs. So that's with the better ending. I like my ending line though. I feel like it's a little different than what others are doing. Really? 1.5 down? That's unfortunate. So it's very far left when I hit the final checkpoint. But I think it's just more direct. Gimple and Noxatu eliminated. Low 20s needed at this point, which is what I've been doing. Oh yeah, Mackie with the 0.79. Yeah, also proving my point that these are not perfect runs I'm getting. There is so much room for improvement, and it seems like it's impossible for most of us to actually get the perfect run on that map. 1 elimination now in the top 6. That might save me, because I'm not very good at this track. Okay. Seems like I was not the only one to crash there. It's like 3 of us reset. I think I'm just going for 1 run. Okay, good start. Good angle, I like that. Mediocre wall ride transfer. Okay, clean coming out of the wall ride though. Not sure how much that split matters, because it's so dependent on where I hit the checkpoint. Yikes. I feel like Mew is fast on this map also. Just behind Victor too, that's very sad. Mew in for the snipe. Yep. I can't do this track. That's what it comes down to. Even though my PB would have been 3rd in this round, but like, I just can't do that track. Noxatu smells an alternate line. I've been smelling that for a while. That's nothing new. That's wafted past here a long time ago. I want to keep playing this map though. Why do you make me stop playing? Wow, yeah, Mackie's line is so different. And honestly, I feel like we're getting the same results. I think Mackie's going for maximum speed, probably. He's pretty far to the left side at the end, also. Only a 0.0. Everyone's in the 20s this time. Let's see, peeing on his first run. Also in the 20s. Wow. So yeah, the 20.0 necessary, but people should be in the 19s at this point. I'd be in the 19s if I was racing right now, just saying. It is just enough time for 3 rounds. It looks like everyone's taking advantage of that, except for maybe Ping. Oh, we had, looks like Jake also reset. Victor is the one that needs to improve. Let's go first person, perhaps? Not sure if that's better for spectating. We can see inside of Mackie. He does seem faster. Oh, he clipped the wall at the end. Victor turned into the wall on the right side, so Victor eliminated in 5th. Maki, Ping, Mew, and Jake adjacent, the top 4. Maki, the usual winner for Petite Cup. Jake adjacent, always in the competition as well. Ping and Mew with pretty good performances, and obviously on tracks that it seems like they can pull off an upset. So let's see if Maki can hold this lead. Oh, Mew clips the wall also. I think there's just going to be a lot of clipping on this track. Starting with this very first drop down. Maki doing the standard ending. Just watching the crossovers here. This is kind of the important part. This first drop down is so important. And the end, which I don't think we're going to be seeing anybody do any alternate routes. I didn't really think it was worth it anyway. Did Mew disappear? I think Mew disappeared at the end. She must have clipped too high. And Ping also needs a time in the final moments here. Did Mew hit the tree branch actually, based on where she's died? She might have hit the tree branch. Also can't see. That seems to be the common excuse on this track. That's also why I DNF'd. I couldn't see. We'll just get that out there. Alright, actually I didn't DNF, but I would have been faster if I could see. Maki does set that 0.4 though. I think that might have equaled Sturban's time or been slightly faster. So Jake, Maki, and Ping, the top 3. Maki just does a different line every single time on this track. He's probably still exploring. This is the last time we'll see this track though. His finals will be over on the Kaioken track. Oh, just a tiny tap from Jake on the right side, but he is faster than Maki on the first runs. There's the 0.9s we wanted to see. What can Ping do? Ping's only going to get 2 attempts, everyone else is going to get 3. What is Ping's personal best on this map? 0.98, which is, I mean, he's going to need PB. Jake might have time for one more run, might not need it though. Ping is the one that most needs an improvement here. That looked a little bit far to the left. That also looked a bit far to the left. This looks shaky at the end. Yeah. So Maki improves to 0.8. Jake hits the wall even harder that time. And now off of this map onto the finals at the Kaioken map. Who will be able to see the map is the big question here. Just Maki versus Jake adjacent. I felt like a fairly common finals for Petite Cup. Red versus green. Sadly, I couldn't help the green team this time. First landing so important, both of them seeming happy with their initial runs. I think Maki got a smoother wall ride. This exit to the wall ride so important also. I think Maki was lower on the exit again. Jake is staying right with him though. Final turnaround, nothing fancy. Low jump to the finish. Maki with the 0.5, Jake with the 0.6. Jake does have a low 0.5 personal best, so now both of them are going to start resetting here, trying to get this perfect landing. Got the time to do so. Maki a little bit wider, I think, for setup for the first drop down. Can Jake get a good landing? Ooh, yeah, actually, I think he did. See Maki coming around the wall ride, comes out of it with 152, just tapping 153. Jake adjacent, the one that needs to improve here. Nice low exit. It's only 151 though. Maki much faster on this run. No improvement on the leaderboard, but Jake is already honking and going for a skip that's not quite there. So Maki wins yet another Petite Cup. He always says he's not going to win today, but it's not usually the case. Another one for just Maki. If you guys want to join Petite Cup yourself, I will post a link to CSC's Discord, where these events are announced and hosted and all of that stuff. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!